One thing that comes up quite regularly in the comment section that I've noticed is people who are unsure what the LBRP is actually for. I made a couple of videos about the middle pillar too, and that was also a source of some confusion for many viewers. I suppose it's fair enough to be confused. The objectives of these rituals aren't obvious. Even the name of the LBRP can be misleading if you're new to the practice. LBRP stands for Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram. And from an outsider's perspective, out of those four main words, there are three that are mysterious at the very least. And all it takes is for a tiny bit of popular culture to have stuck to throw the novice completely off track. So, first of all, what is the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram? Definitely not. Well, it's not a tool for low magic. I've got nothing against low magic. In fact, for me, low magic is a vital part of any magician's career. But this is not a part of low magic. The LBRP does not offer any worldly rewards, no riches, no love, adventure, promotion, all of that stuff that Western society on the whole positions as highly desirable. These material rewards, well, if that's what you're after, then really ceremonial magic or high magic isn't the tool that can help you achieve that. Happiness, sure. Satisfaction, yep. Calm focus, yeah, absolutely. A purpose in life even, if you do it right. But if you're wondering how any of this can come without material abundance, then well, it's not impossible that your path in ceremonial magic might in fact start off with you losing a lot of what you currently consider important. So, no, if you're trying to manifest something in your life, the LBRP is not just a fun way to start your ritual or to end it, or even an official way to start your ritual or to end it. The second misconception is that the LBRP is somehow for banishing a demon that doesn't want to leave. Now, this is a big one. There are a lot of people who think this when they hear the words banishing, ritual, and pentagram for the first time, and it's fair enough. The idea that comes to them is the classic image of a Solomonic magician, or a Faustian magician for that matter, evoking a demon to physical manifestation before them as they stand protected in a circle of the art. This is not the kind of demon that the LBRP is designed to banish. It takes between 4 and 10 minutes to perform an LBRP properly. It's obviously not good if you're trying to fend off the spiritual equivalent of an angry tiger. I'd suggest that if the LBRP is the only resource you have, in quote, for staying safe, if you've decided to evoke a demon for whatever reason, I'd say don't bother evoking that demon. But then you need to make your own mistakes, who am I to say? No, the Solomonic tradition of calling and binding demons, or the related but distinct tradition of making contracts with them, goes back way, way further in history than the LBRP does. Let's not forget that the LBRP most likely dates back to the end of the 19th century, so that's just about 150 years ago, versus thousands of years of interacting with spirits, chthonic or celestial. So just to make it clear, no, the ceremonial magician doesn't learn the LBRP first in order to be able to quickly banish a demon that they will later call up, just in case they can't get rid of it. Now, if you want defense magic, Damon Brand of the Gallery of Magic has got a wonderful book that I recommend wholeheartedly called Magical Protection. But again, we're in the realm of low magic. Nothing wrong with low magic, as I said. Magic to make sure your physical self is comfortable, unless, of course, that becomes the be-all and end-all of your whole life, in which case my opinion is that you've missed a trick, like going to Disneyland and just focusing on the hot dog stands. Sure, you've got to eat, but, there's more. So, no, the demons that are banished with the LBRP, they're a different kind of demon. Maybe not so different if you want to get philosophical about it, like I do in a couple of videos that I linked down below in the description, but anyway, that's another conversation. The LBRP focuses on banishing what you might call personal demons. The point of the LBRP is a purification of the practitioner. It's about a temporary rejection of the physical realm so that the spiritual realm might get a moment in the limelight. I say a temporary rejection of the spiritual realm because, after all, the Western magical tradition is about reconciling material and spiritual realms, about making the material and spiritual realms one again, infusing the material realm with spirit so that it might remember its divinity. So one way of thinking about the LBRP is that, a temporary rejection of the physical realm, a banishing of the four elements. It's actually the banishing pentagram of earth that we do in the four directions, and earth is supposed to contain the four elements. Okay, it's worth mentioning that some people do experience strong disruptions in their life when they start working with the LBRP. Aspects that are holding them back tend to fall away, and this can be experienced in quite a traumatic way. People can lose their jobs, relationships can fall apart, and so on. All of this invariably ends up being for the practitioner's benefit, pushing them to get better jobs or away from harmful, imperfect relationships. Whatever the outcome is, the process isn't always nice, but the outcome is always for the better. So bear that in mind. Ceremonial magic does require quite a bit of courage and willingness to take leaps of faith. The LBRP is also an affirmation of the practitioner's place in the universe, and the place of the universe around and within the practitioner. When you're pointing to the four cardinal directions twice a day, day after day, month after month, year after year, and naming the elements and calling the associated angels to surround you, and you name Kether, or the absolute divine unity, above you, and Malkuth, earth, at your feet, you're sending a powerful message to your own subconscious that you are at the center of it all, and you have agency over that universe. So the way you use that agency at the beginning of your magical career, when you're still worried about your own material security, and then the way you later use that agency once you realize that you're literally God's hands on earth, well, those are two very different, separate things. And that's okay. It's all a journey. So then finally, a third way of thinking about the LBRP is that it's a clearing of unhelpful, stagnant energies in order to make way for fresh, divine energies. This is one of the reasons why Israel Regardie recommends to practice the LBRP several times a day for several weeks at least before attempting the middle pillar. I'll talk about the middle pillar at another time, but for now, let's consider the universe as an organization of energy. Everything in the universe is energy. So some energies are more obvious, some are more subtle. Everything from spaghetti bolognese to our own bodies, to our thoughts, to energies that we don't even perceive with our five senses. Well, we accumulate some of those energies, and sometimes some of those energies become stagnant or warped or even malignant. And the LBRP allows you to release those unhelpful worldly energies, and then you might perform an LIRP, a lesser invoking ritual of the pentagram, to make the energy fresh. I like to invoke in the morning, banish in the evening. Anyway, the ultimate goal of the LBRP and LIRP is to put things in their right place again, to do a spot of energetic spring cleaning so that when you start invoking the names of God within your own body with the middle pillar ritual, you can check the links below for that, you're doing so on a canvas that might not be new, but at least it's been refreshed and prepared. I hope that's been useful to some of you. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of my members for their kind support. If you're interested in membership and maybe you'd like to join us on the Discord chat server, then click on the join button next to the subscribe button. You'll find out lots more about what membership is, what it involves, and you can then make a decision on whether you'd like to join or not. Speaking of members, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank my level 3 members, the Magister Venerabilis, and those are Frater VPF, Brian Marmol, WA, D Lane, Erin Elliott, A Million Ways to Wipe, Alexander Carval, Sheridan, Michael Kubley, Brandon Wilkinson, Andrew Kudlak, Mateusz Sadowski, Chase Lawrence, Mrs. C.Y., Medusa of Chaos, Hilbert Space, Seydr, Matu, Stev Berner, Arcanum Luminarium, Mystic Imagination, Merrily Duffy, Justin Lloyd, Meta Gordy, Oblivion Knight, Rahul Nair, Damnatio Memoriae, Suncat, Ted Kaiser, Grillo Alba, Sean Glenn, J. Joseph Safi, Kyle Walker, Voluch Ashron, FMA, Charbon, Patrick, Arcantum by Mr. Friborg, Mr. Gunwich, The Jade Ghost, Miles Ponce, Timothy Owens, SMQAI, and Z. Danielle Barnett. Thank you to all of you. See you very soon with another video. Take care. Bye-bye.